delicious coffee flavored caramel cake.
Let's see what's cooking. Let's get the facts. Let's see what's cooking. It's time for Yo-Yo Max 12.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Starting off with some dry ingredients, that's a large bowl, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and a half teaspoon of salt. Mix those things together and then realize that you forgot to add 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Stir that up and put it aside. This recipe calls for 1 cup of buttermilk. Now, if you don't have any buttermilk, you don't feel like going to the store to get some because they sell it in a huge container and you're never going to use it all, you can make your own. That's a tablespoon of vinegar, white vinegar in a measuring cup, and you're going to fill it up to the 1 cup mark. I ran out of milk halfway through, had to change the milk bag. If you're wondering about these milk bags, check out my Canadian milk bag video. Then put this in the microwave for about 35 to 40 seconds until it warms up, and then stir it. And you'll see that it looks a little weird. The milk solids and the buttermilk kind of separate, so it kind of looks curdled, but that's okay. It's supposed to look like that. Now we're going to add in 4 teaspoons of instant coffee granules, and then you're going to stir those in until they're dissolved. And then it's also not going to look very nice, but that's okay because once in the cake, it's going to be really good, I promise. Then in a large mixing bowl, I'm using my stand mixer because it's just easier. You're going to put half a cup of butter. First of all, fling it and gets on the edge and put it in the bowl. Then add a very satisfying cup of packed brown sugar. And then you're going to cream those things together. Okay, say it with me together. Until they're light and fluffy. And I've been waiting a long time to say that again. Then you're going to add in 2 eggs, 1 at a time, blending after each addition. And eventually you'll have to stop this and scrape down the sides of the bowl. I don't show this very often, but stand mixers sometimes don't do a really good job when things get stuck to the sides. So just stop it, take out a spatula and just scrape down the sides of the bowl and then continue to blend. Now we're going to add in that flour mixture we made, and we're going to put about 1/3 of it in the bowl, and then we're going to add about 1/3 of that curdled coffee mixture. And then just go back and forth until it's all combined and you have a really nice smooth batter. And then set that aside. Now you'll need a 9 by 13 inch baking dish. You need to grease it either with some cooking spray or with shortening, whatever you want to use. Now I'm putting some parchment paper in mine. You don't have to do this. It's just that I wanted to lift this cake right out of the pan after it was done because I was cutting it into squares because I was bringing it to some former work colleagues as a little surprise, and it's just easier to cut up and you can remove it from the pan. But if you're serving this at home, leave it in the pan. You don't have to worry about the parchment. Then you're going to put in your batter, spread it around until it's evenly spread out in the pan. Now this cake is kind of self-leveling, so don't worry too much about any marks on top of the batter. Then you're going to bake this at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. Then take it out of the oven, and while it's still warm, take the end of a wooden spoon and just poke some holes about 2 inches apart all over the cake. And here comes the caramel. That is 3/4 cup of ice cream caramel topping, that sundae topping. You're going to take half of that 3/4 cup or so roughly and pour a little bit of it into each of the holes. And you're not going to fill the holes up. You're just going to pour a little bit in. And then the other half of that cup, we're going to pour it on top of the cake and just spread it around so that the whole cake top gets a little bit of caramel. And the holes will not fill up with caramel. That's okay. You'll see it'll turn out just fine. Then you're going to let this cake cool completely. Now we're going to make the frosting, which in my opinion really makes this cake spectacular. We're going to add 1/4 cup of boiling water, 2 teaspoons of instant coffee granules, and a tablespoon of baking cocoa, unsweetened cocoa. And then stir that around until it's relatively smooth. And then you're going to add in 3/4 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Now you can just let them sit there for a few minutes and they're going to kind of melt on their own. But I just kind of kept stirring and stirring until they melted, and then you get a very smooth chocolatey mixture. Now set that aside and you're going to let it cool to room temperature. And in another bowl, place half a cup of butter that's at room temperature and a quarter cup of icing sugar, also called powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar, and blend those things together until they are light and fluffy. Now you're going to blend in that chocolate cocoa coffee mixture and then blend that until it's well combined. The volume will increase, it'll get a lot fluffier, and the color will actually change from this darker chocolate to a lighter chocolate caramel color. You'll know that it's done by then. And just try not to eat this with a spoon because it is really, really good. Then all you have to do is spread it on top of your cooled cake. Spread it around evenly. And then I suggest you put this in the refrigerator just until that frosting has set up and it's a little bit easier to cut into nice little squares. This cake is delicious. It's made with brown sugar, so you have that brown sugar flavor with that hint of coffee that is not overpowering, but is definitely there in every bite. You have the caramel pockets inside the cake, which makes it moist and absolutely delicious. And the frosting itself has the chocolate in it and the coffee, which just complements it perfectly. I think you will love this, and I hope you can give it a try. Welcome back to all my subscribers. I really appreciate you coming here to watch. Here are a couple more videos that you might be interested in, and I hope to see you very soon. Thanks for watching.